great start to the weekend here as we've got baseball from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Tonight we continue the road trip with the first of three between the Oakland A's and the New York Yankees. Yankee baseball starts now. CC Sabathia is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Now at the plate, Matt Chapman. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Leading off tonight for Oakland, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. First of three here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike one. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this definitely looks like a situation where somebody's going to have to call a team meeting. I don't know if it comes from a veteran or the manager decides to close the doors for a second. If this team has not played well, they find themselves losing lately. They lost the last game, and they're going to need a spark to get this thing turned around.
And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, Matt, I'm hoping to see Jonathan Lucroy get it going. Last month, he turned in less than 20 hits. He's just been real inconsistent. That's not terrible, but it's not good either. And he's the guy that they need to be productive. I'm looking for a bounce back here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Previous history with Sabathia, he's got a 3-for-7 line. A cool 47 degrees tonight at first pitch. One out, nobody on. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
Nope. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times, his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
The 2-2 one more time. A shot down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Another try at 2-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Stepping into the box, Marcus Semien. He was 1 for 4 back in Wednesday's contest. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. The 1-0 home. Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Walker. Throw in time and the side is retired. So a perfect 1-2-3 first for the big fella CC Sabathia. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Daniel Mengden, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, in this day and age where we're all into numbers and statistics, look at this whip, 1.10 or less. He has a sub 1.1. That's not an easy thing to do, especially in today's game where we see teams scoring a lot of runs. He doesn't walk very many guys, and he doesn't give up that many hits either. This is a real good pitcher and should be fun to watch pitch in this one.
First delivery to him on the way. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike one. And Dan Biro, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I don't think this team can rest on its laurels right here. I know they've won 6 out of their last 9 ball games, but they come into this ballpark today, hostile environment. They're going to have to swing the bats early and get it going for the boys.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Two balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. There's a base hit on the line. So we'll see if they have something in the works here with the leadoff hitter aboard and a guy that can really handle the bat in the number 2 spot.
Whoa, that ball was close. Whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. The 0-2 delivery. Popped him up. Lowry is there. And that's the first out of the inning. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Biro, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, one thing that jumps out at me, and it's eye-popping, is the fact that this team leads the league in slugging percentage. And they do it in a variety of different ways. It's just not the long ball. Ton of guys in this lineup that can move the ball into gaps, take extra bases. Just great offensive approaches up and down. Be on the lookout for some guys looking to do some serious damage today.
Next for New York, Gary Sanchez. As you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. Has a look, now the pitch. A line shot to third base. And it got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settled with just the one out.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Aaron Judd.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
He's running. Strike taken to throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, Matt, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around him here or just walk him flat out.
The 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. One left for the Yankees, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Here's Chris Davis now. Previous history with Sabathia, 2 hits in 7 tries.
Chris Davis.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Drilled to first. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. And his total currently best on the ball club through these first 6 or so weeks of the young season. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Missed with a slider.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
Driven nicely into the gap. And the run will score as the A's get off to a 1-0 lead. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit, lacing a double of his own. Could be a big inning if this continues.
Here's Jed Lowry now.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Fielded cleanly by Walker. Throw on to first. In time, 1 away.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Didi Gregorius. Not only has this guy been knighted, yes, they call him Sir Didi back in his homeland, Curacao. He's one of the best ball players coming down the pike, starting with Andrew Jones, Xander Bogaerts, and it's Didi Gregorius' time. Hits from the left side of the plate with power and the ability to go in the hole with one of the strongest arms in the game.
Now the first pitch from CC. And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. With runners in scoring position this season, Lucroy is hitting over 400. Doesn't matter if you're talking about a series of games or a whole career. That's an impressive figure.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
A ball and a strike now. center field. After it is Hicks. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Striding into the box, Stephen Piscotty, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. First pitch coming, here it is. Shoots this one over to first. Bird gloves it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the A's 2 and the Yankees nothing. Giancarlo Stanton now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Here comes the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Fowler's under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And known as one of the best framing catchers in the game, Jonathan LaCroix can beat you multiple fashions. Not only can he do it from a defensive standpoint, catching and throwing to second base, but he can also move the ball on the offensive side.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Didi Gregorius. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line towards center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Batting 7th, second baseman, Neil Walker.
Here's Neil Walker. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. He's set. Here it comes. Sent toward first. And Walker will reach. It's a base hit.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. That's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. A 1 pitch on its way. Ball 1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1. But now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
The 1-1. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No. Strike 2, says the third base umpire. Oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Coming to the plate now, Aaron Hicks. And he's just hoping for something to go his way in this one. And as you can see, it's not been the case of late. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he better be careful with that curveball. That's coming across and catching a lot of plate. And if he stays back, he's going to drive that thing with some serious authority.
Gregorius on second. Walker on at first with 2 down. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
Here's the 1-1. Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball. The 1-2. That's a foul ball off to the left, and it moves to 1-2. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. And it's fouled away. Two men are on with two men out. Popped him up, but this will land untouched. Two balls and two strikes to Hicks now.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
In front of the changeup there, as this is chopped foul at home plate. Two down, runners at first and second. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Man, as a pitcher, I can tell you that is so frustrating. He's got 2 outs, and he wants to get that 3rd out as quickly and painlessly as possible, but that hitter makes him work his tail off, and he still loses him.
Here's Brett Gardner now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch coming, here it is. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
Clearly, this is a tough situation to be on the mound, but the key here is minimizing. They're up by 2, so if he could find a way to get out of this bases-loaded jam by only giving up 1 run, that would be clutch.
2-0 to the Yankees left fielder. Two out, bases loaded. 3-0 now.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
Three and 1 now to Brett Gardner. The 3-1. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And this is a great example of what happens when you can't find the strike zone. The first walk of the inning looked harmless enough, but this one brings a runner home. Self-inflicted wounds are always the hardest to swallow.
Ready for another chance? Miguel Andujar, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here's the first pitch to him. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Hey, make a pitch right here and get out of this. Get the boys in the dugout and regroup a little bit. One run is not going to kill you.
A ball and 2 strikes.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
The 1-2. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with a slider. Well, there are the judges' chambers, and what a cool thing it's become here in the Bronx, and well-deserved for Aaron Judge, of course, with the way he exploded onto the scene as a rookie in 2017.
What a magical year 2017 was for Aaron Judge. The slogan, "All rise," fit him perfectly. What's really cool about it was the Yankees weren't even sure he was going to make the team coming out of spring training. He emerged into the scene, was the talk of baseball going into the All-Star break, finished that off with a powerhouse into the season, one of the best young players the game in baseball has seen in a long time. All rise, Aaron Judge.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. 3-0 pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Hard sinker misses, 2-2. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
So now it's Mark Canna as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Sabathia ready with the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Two and one to the A's first baseman. Fowler stands at first with one out. The count now at 2-2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Three-two pitch. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. Now a snap move over to first. Just keeping him close. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Popped him up. There to play it is Walker, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for Oakland, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Striding in for Oakland, Marcus Semien. First delivery to him on the way. Hard hit ball to second. Walker's got it. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. The A's strand 1. They lead it 2-1. Now batting, Gary Sanchez, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Catcher, Gary Sanchez.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lays off 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now the 1-0. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. Two-0 count, the pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Stepping in, Aaron Judge. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. A ball and a strike. Judge, who fittingly gets the nickname All Rise. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he's part of a flat-footed tie for the AL lead. So stepping in, Giancarlo Stanton flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First offering on its way. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Looking at his career totals, Stanton carries a batting line little over the 260 mark. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. Stanton makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. Fastball called strike, 1-2.
Hey, that's just a great pitch right there. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, right under the knee. It's interesting. I was a low ball hitter, so you could take the strike zone and go to the ground with it. I can live with that being called a strike. What I can't live with is above the belt getting popped.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
Here's Didi Gregorius. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Set and the pitch. A cold strike on the inside corner. Here's the 0-1. The breaking ball that time in for a strike.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Sanchez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Here it comes, 0-2. A little bouncer. Liner toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel to the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Here's Neil Walker. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. The 1-0 home is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
And the 2-1. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And this is popped high in the air toward the left side. Chapman over to his right, and that retires the side. Yanks strand a pair. They're down 2-1. Here's Chris Davis now. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. Now the pitch. Right back to work is Sabathia as he gets ahead of the first batter here. 0-1. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-2 delivery. 1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2. And Sabathia misses here. It runs full now. 3-2. Matt Olson is on deck. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close. So I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. First delivery to him on the way. No balls and a strike to count.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
1-1. Two runs on 2 hits and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Sinker is right there for a called strike 2. And that misses. 2-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
The batter, number 8.
Digging in, Jed Lowry. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now the first pitch from CC. And the changeup is way low that time. the 1-0. 1-1 the count. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. Now a little soft liner foul over to the right side, and the count will move to 1-2 now. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the runner stays at first here with 2 away, and that brings us to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And you can see the top 2 pitch velocities here, 96 on one hand versus a still respectable 92 on the other. Now at the plate, Jonathan Lucroy earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed up a little high. Davis is off at first with 2 away. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Here's Sabathia on 2-0. 2-1 now. Three and 1 now as that misses down and in.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
2 out with the man at first. There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
And this pitch misses for ball 4, so that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
So striding in, Stephen Piscotty. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch. Liner towards second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
He's been called. Batting average fell below 230, but that knock might have put him in a positive frame of mind. Hopefully that's the start of something big.
Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. And a ball 1-0. Count. Here it is. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Hit in the air down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Striding in, Greg Bird. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
First baseman, Greg Bird.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope.
Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Way in front of that fastball. The 1-1. Taken, strike 2.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
Fouled off. Rounded down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Back up the middle. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gun.
Now batting, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Ready now, Aaron Hicks. He drew a base on balls his first time up. First pitch coming, here it is. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Ball and a strike. And he'll come back with 1 in the third as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Locks him up for strike 3.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Brett Gardner. Here's the pitch. Hit hard up the middle. Simeon's there. And a super play to gun his man down as the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the A's 2 and the Yankees 1. Ready for another shot now. Matt Chapman, 0 for 2 for him to this point. Pitch on the way. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
So now it's Mark Canna. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now the 1-0 from CC. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. A strike, and it's 2-1. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with a full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Standing in now, Marcus Semien. As he'll take a look at ball 1. No hits to this point. Popped him up. Bird in foul ground. Into the stands. He got it. 1, 2, 3 go the A's as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Here's Miguel Andujar now. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Third baseman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Andujar is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Matty, he struggled against right-handed pitching all season long, but he just needs a few knocks today, maybe to get the confidence going. I don't think this is a norm for this ball player.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On he pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. And Lowry will look this one in for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Digging in to try it again, Gary Sanchez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike.
2 is the count.
And a big curveball is in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Here's big Aaron Judge. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. And that's in there for his strike 1 and 1. So 1-1. Is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Our score remains 2-1. So here's the cleanup hitter, Chris Davis. He'll stand in now against CC Sabathia to get the inning started. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a strike. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses.
One of the things every pitcher wants to do is make sure that those hitters aren't very comfortable up there. See how he runs this hard one in right here? That's a pitch you just want to try to get a hitter to move his feet a little bit.
This is on the ground over to first. Oh, and this takes off on him as it's over his head.
Yeah, and I can speak from experience, and I can tell you, on a night like this, it's tough to get a good grip on the ball. It's a little frigid out there, and he might have lost a little bit of feeling in his fingers. Never easy to make a good throw when that's the case.
Ready once again, Matt Olson. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First delivery to him on the way. Right over the middle, knee high.
0-1's the count.
A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Here's Jed Lowry now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A strike to even the count. 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Davis at second. Olsen on at first with nobody out. Late on the fastball there as this one skied out toward right. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third. Base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
Jonathan Lucroy is in for the 3rd time as he looks at a ball high. It's 1-0. That missed. Close. It's ball 2. The 2-0 on the way. Hit the other way out toward right field. Judge is under it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And add a run on the sacrifice fly, as that'll make this a 3-1 game.
Man, this is a spot where you really want to get greedy as a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping for that big swing of the bat. What does he get? A sacrifice fly, and only 1 run scores. I'm sure he wanted more, but he's not going to complain about the RBI.
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move. That'll be all tonight for CC Sabathia. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Dylan Betances takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
A hit in 2 tries for him so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Comes set. Now the pitch. Oh, and a great knuckle curve just buckled him there, and there are 2 gone.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Into the box, Dustin Fowler, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Ready with the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Check swing in the dirt, but he went around. Sanchez corrals it and tack on 1 more, make it a 4-1 lead. And quite a turn of events there, as not only is he on the dropped 3rd strike, but a run scores as well. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. Previous history against Dylan Betances, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Betances is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Two men are on with 2 men out. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. Mark Hanna would be next. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left stranded. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The A's lead this one 4-1. Giancarlo Stanton now. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
Left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Outfield shaded a bit to left center, the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
The 1-0. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. A 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
He got ahead with 2 good fastballs and then tried to drop the changeup to see if he'd be out in front. Did a great job of laying off that pitch right there. Interested to see where he goes now.
Bouncer down the line. That winds up foul. Here now the 2-2. Drilled to the left side. And that's out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
1 gone in the inning now, and here's Didi Gregorius. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You think he's not setting the tone for this series right there? 3rd knock of the night, and we're only in game 1. This could be huge.
Walker.
Liam Hendricks enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Stepping in now, Neil Walker, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Popped high in the air. Lucroy is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, first baseman, Greg Bird.
In now, Greg Bird. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. The Yanks leave 1, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. back here in the Bronx. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th, but before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Adam Warren is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 43, Adam Warren.
Now the A's designated hitter, Mark Hanna. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Takes a curveball right on the corner. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitches were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Into the box now, Marcus Semien. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Warren, originally from the state of Alabama. He was a 4th-round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Judge is under it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, left fielder, Chris Davis.
Here's Chris Davis now. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Not a bad take there on that first pitch. Not a real good idea to go up there looking for a changeup to hit. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Oh, 0-1, here it comes. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Liner toward right center, but he will run this one down in right center. A tough L9, and the inning is over. A's are gone in order, but they lead it 4-1. Leading off the inning, Aaron Hicks, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Fowler is there, and he has it for the first out.
This guy's not wasting any time, right? Gets a first pitch fastball, and he flies out deep on the first pitch of the inning.
Here's Brett Gardner now. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Hey, this offense needs to get it going right here. Somebody has to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and get this team to start thinking past the baton mentality. They cannot continue to go up there and look like they have no game plan.
Count now, a ball and a strike. swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And what's the call? It's a home run. And now hold everything here. We're going to have a conference down that first base line. There may be some discussion as to whether or not this was really a fair ball. And you can see the umpires pointing down the right field line. We may have a situation here where they'll need to go and review whether or not this was really a home run. And that's precisely what's going to happen, as we'll give you a look on our monitors here. All right, the review looks like it's over. Was there indisputable video evidence? Yes, it's a foul ball after all. So take the home run off the board, and there's an instance where the video review got it right. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, here's Gardner on his way to second. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. Swing and a liner. And this is a fair ball as it'll head for the 3-14 sign. And the run is in to score from second.
Yeah, one a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get one knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Boy, I tell you what, you're talking about coming at a good time, too. You have a kind of a rough night last AB. You end up being able to do something positive, not only for yourself, but also helping the team out, too.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. And as Yankees fans hear on television quite frequently, see ya! Two-run home run off the bat of Gary Sanchez. Home run number 9 on the year, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
Well, this guy's been unhittable all year, but eventually you knew somebody would get to him. That's the first home run he's given up all year. But like all good relievers, he has to have a short memory and put it behind him.
The right fielder, number 99.
Ryan Butcher takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Number 52, Ryan Butcher.
Here's big Aaron Judge as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1 pitch. A wave and a miss.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
Here's the 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Buchter, a 6'4" lefty. He was taken in the very late rounds back in 2005.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Aaron Judge becomes out number 2 this inning.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to. And that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And it's a called strike to even the count at one. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Grounded sharply, but right at that loaded side of the infield. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. We'll march on to the 8th, all even now at 4 apiece. Aroldis Chapman has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 54, Aroldis.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 0-2 on its way from Chapman. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that one stayed too low apparently.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early. Then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Stanton has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting.
Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our 2 starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Here's Jed Lowry now. Lifetime line against Chapman. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. First pitch on its way. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. Chapman, a Cuban-born ball player. He's a 9-year major league vet. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. The 1-1 is a changeup that gets him off balance for a strike.
2 strikes.
And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
We're in the 8th inning now of a 4-4 ball game. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batting, catcher, Jonathan Lucroy.
Now at the plate, Jonathan Lucroy. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. First pitch of the at-bat. Drilled to the right side. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. And that is down for extra bases as that ought to plate the go-ahead run and maybe another.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you're starting to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
And he lays off for ball 1. Chapman ready, the 1-1. And this one gets away. Runners may have thought about it, but they'll stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. Now the 2-1 is in there for strike number 2.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Lucroy, the runner at third. Piscotty at second with 1 away. Three and 2 to the A's center fielder.
Well, no doubt in my mind, this has been the at-bat of the night so far.
And this is swung on and missed, so they come right after him, and it remains second and third, but with 2 away now.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But the A's get a run on this RBI double. On now to the bottom of inning number 8. It's the A's 5 and the Yankees 4. Here's Didi Gregorius trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Second baseman, Neil Walker.
Into the box now, Neil Walker. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
He stays alive, still 2-2. Ready with another 2-2. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Olsen shading to his right, 2 gone.
First baseman, number 33, Greg Bird.
So coming to the plate, Greg Bird hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. First pitch coming, here it is. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Base hit, line drive into the corner. He's around first, heading for 2. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double.
Well, his team took the lead, and he's able to notch 2 outs, thinking he's going to shut him down here and preserve the lead. Not so fast. Batter comes up, laces a 2-out double, and is a base hit away from coming home to tie this thing.
Now at the plate, Aaron Hicks. No hits to this point. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Hit hard to short. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More from Yankee Stadium in just a moment. Great shot there of the Manhattan skyline and the famous Brooklyn Bridge. Set to go here in the 8th in the Bronx. Chad Green enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. So now it's Mark Canna. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Ready. Here's the first offering, and we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour, but it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Up next for Oakland, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Next up for the A's, Marcus Semien. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Sliders in for a strike. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Comes set with the 0-1. And he misses with it 1-1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
A shortstop behind with a 1-2 count. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. And a swing and a miss here, and the first 2 are dispatched to begin the 9th.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Chris Davis, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here comes the 0-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. The 2-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 1-2-3 go the A's. They hold on to a 5-4 lead. Next will be the designated hitter, Brett Gardner. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Blake Trinan is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the 9th.
Blake Trinan.
First pitch of the at-bat. high fly ball out to straightaway center.
Fowler's under it.
And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see, he's right up there, 4th in the AL in that category. Standing in, Miguel Andujar. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground. On the first in time, and the Yankees are down to their final out now.
Now batting, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Gary Sanchez. And he's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless.
Nice AB right there. 2-out single in the ninth. You put yourself in a position to be the tying run. Now you have your boy coming up behind you, the winning run at the plate. Start loosening up the water cooler lids. We could have a walk-off.
Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike 1. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Now the 1-1 pitch. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Sanchez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Last chance for the Yankees. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4, the final tally. The Oakland A's came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Ryan Butcher claims the win out of the pen, his first. Blake Trinan hammers down the save, his 13th of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting in the AL West, Ryan Buchter collected his first W this season, helping lead the Athletics to the victory over the Yankees 5-4. The Mariners snapped their 5-game losing streak as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 3-1. Ian Kinsler drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs as the Angels got the win over Minnesota 12-2. He is currently riding a 10-game hitting streak. The Texas Rangers hit 3 long balls as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 6-4. Chris Archer grabbed his second win of the year as the Rays claimed victory over the Orioles 3-2. Kendrys Morales drove in 3, leading the Blue Jays to a win over the Red Sox 4-3. They now have 6 straight victories. Tim Hill got his second W of the season as the Royals got the victory over the Indians 1-0. The Marlins pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 4-1. The Mets combined for 4 total home runs as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 8-3. The Cubs had 12 hits as a team as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 8-2. The San Francisco Giants got 12 hits in this one as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 9-4. Andrew Chafin won his first game of the season as the Diamondbacks disposed of the Nationals 5-3. The Brew Crew amassed 14 hits in the game as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 10-4. Austin Barnes had 3 hits on the day as the Dodgers pushed past Cincinnati 3-2. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The San Diego Padres combined for 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 9-7. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.